Hi, okay, I think I lost you on that last video. So we have a lot of score tape removal. Like I said, this is the tedious part of making your mini album. So, get all of our score tape taken off. Now I do apologize. I try not to talk so much. So if you get tired of hearing me, just turn your volume off. We're almost there. Awesome. Okay, score tape's off. I am ready now to put my inside on. Now, even though I'm using the plain cardstock, I'm going to cover the inside with my paper, my decorative paper. Now, as you can see, we have a piece now. The paper will overlap, and I want to make sure it's going to. So I'm taking this piece of paper, and along the edge that's going to go there, I'm going to tape it. Push that down. Let's take this piece off first. Okay, now let's start at this edge because we've got tape here. We want to make sure it will be in the right spot. Okay. Now, these two aren't going to match perfect because I have to do a little recovery work here with that corner. So, I'm not going to, oh, it did meet in the middle pretty good. Okay. So, now we've got our spine area. We need to bend this, but carefully. Okay. If you have to use your bone folder to help a little bit, you might hear the cracking and the creaking. That's okay. Just push your tape down. But be careful not to push in there with your bone folder too hard. Let's go ahead and work this up. And don't try and push them over because it will tear your paper. So let's open it. Now you heard the creaking probably and cracking. That is this piece of paper adhering to that 1/4 inch score tape that we put down. And you might hear that once or twice while you're getting your album together. Okay, so there's our outside. Remember how off and jagged these edges were? Yeah, you can't even tell. And the best part, it was free. Well, your tax dollars paid for it, I'm sure. Just kidding. So now we have our hinge. Let's go ahead and get our hinge down. You should have already had your tape on the back, and you've got a nice strong hinge if you put the chipboard in the middle. Pull that out. Now, on the back of this, I like to really make sure there's no tape hanging over the edge to catch my decorative paper. Now let's get it centered. You know, it's all personal preference. Where do you want it to be? Okay, now this is where you're going to want to take some extra time. Spend a few minutes just getting everything pushed down. Secure. Again, I use something rounded and blunt. Do not use your bone folder. You'll tear into your hinges. And yes, that is personal experience. Okay. Now, if you have, weak little hands, maybe I have a finger with wonderful arthritis. Sometimes I'll get my husband and he will push them down. Now close your book. Look at that. How awesome. Look at your binding inside there. So professional, so perfect. And like I mentioned, my corner that was off. It's right here. and I'll be putting a corner on there. Now these will bend over and match, so it will cover. I can even, if I wanted to, put my covers on the inside. Only problem is I would have this on the outside, so I would have to make sure my paper covers it. So now your album is ready. We can put the pages on. So until our next video, start deciding the order that you want your pages in. I put my pages on and then I decorate them. Now you can decorate them first and then put them on. It's totally up to you. Personal experience again, I would rather ruin an undecorated page than I would want to ruin my page that's decorated. So I do put them on first. Now pull at this. Really check your binding. It's down flat. Like I said, I don't understand where Tyvek would make this any stronger or tear resistant unless you use, there are some new fabrics, paper fabrics out that I think might be worth a try if you want to spend the extra money. But we talked about that before in the videos. These can get up to, you can put $50, $60 into these. And if you can find free or almost free ways to do it, that only means you can make more albums, more gifts. Don't overlook those boxes you get at Costco, Sam's Club. Check out your pizza parlor. We do have one up here that has sold them to me for 25 cents a box. They make just terrific, not only albums, but you can make the box that your album goes into with those pizza boxes. Then just go over everything. Now, you'll mat, when you mat the inside, just measure your paper up to the crease, because I'm not going to do a video on matting. Everyone should be okay on that, and you have your own personal style and own paper that you're using. So I'll see you in the next video after you decide how you want your pages, in which order, and we will go ahead and adhere them to our binding system. Thanks for watching.